Alright, so today's video is sort of in honor, I guess for all those soccer fans. We got the European Championships going on right now. And the question for today is, can a sports facility or participant be held liable for causing an injury to another participant? And there's a recent case out of Ohio's 8th Appellate District, which is Cuyahoga County, Kumar versus Sevastos. And the basic facts are Kumar on one team, Sevastos on another. It's an indoor soccer game. Kumar has played at this sports park on this field dozens of times, and it seems like it's a pretty physical game. There's a bunch of slide tackles going on, and what happens is Sevastos slide tackled Kumar. The force of it takes Kumar into one of the walls on the indoor soccer field. Kumar sustained some sort of injury. The case doesn't really go into his injuries, but presumably he's injured. And so he brings a lawsuit against Sevastos. Sevastos' parents, I'm guessing Sevastos may have been a minor, and then also the sports park. And so the trial court ultimately dismissed all the claims against the Sevastoses, basically holding Kumar assumed the risk that he was going to get injured in this game. Getting hurt by a slide tackle, falling into the wall is an inherent risk in the game of soccer. So trial court throws out those claims, and it also throws out the claims against the sports park, finding that the wall that Kumar went into, if it was a hazard, it was open and obvious. Therefore, no claim against the sports park. Kumar files an appeal to the 8th District, and ultimately, the Court of Appeals affirmed the trial court. I'll get into it a little bit here. Let's look at the claims against Sevastos. Injury from the slide tackle. Court of Appeals, looking at the facts, you got Kumar, who's played at this facility before a dozen times. Kumar acknowledges soccer is a physical sport like many. Slide tackles are part of the game. It's inherent in the game, and it's just an inherent risk that the participant is going to get injured. Could be seriously. There's concussions, broken bones in the game of soccer. If a slide tackle or an injury is caused because of an illegal act pursuant to the rules of the game, even if there was a foul call or a red or yellow card issued, those are still inherent in the game of soccer. Getting injured by a slide tackle is inherent in the game of soccer, and it's well established under Ohio law, and I'm guessing under really every state, that if someone is injured because of an inherent risk of the game, that there's no actionable claim. A participant who injures someone due to a foreseeable act, there's going to be no liability. The only exception is if the injury is caused by a reckless or intentional act, and quite frankly, that's going to be very hard to prove. Just a normal slide tackle in the game of soccer, no malice or intent. There's going to be no recklessness, no intentional act there. So it's going to be very difficult to prove that claim when you're talking about a recreational activity or a sport. So the Court of Appeals upheld the dismissal of the claims against the Sevastos family. Moving on to the sports park, open and obvious. It was a topic of a previous video. The basic gist of it is, if a hazard is so open and so obvious that someone should have recognized it, then there is no claim. Basically the property owner owes no duty to warn someone of that open and obvious hazard. The open and obvious nature of the hazard acts as a warning itself. So the court then looked at the facts here. Kumar had played at this facility several times. Again, getting slide tackled, falling into the wall is inherent in the game of soccer. And the Court of Appeals found that the wall, even if it was a hazard. I guess I should point out that the Court of Appeals didn't really seem to think that a wall at an indoor soccer field is a hazard in the first place, but it still went into the analysis just assuming if it was a hazard, and assuming even if the wall was a hazard, it was open and obvious. So there again, the Court of Appeals upheld the trial court's dismissal of the claim against the sports park. So really the bottom line is, when it comes to a sporting activity, a recreational activity, if a participant is injured by another participant, most likely there's going to be no claim. Again, there are some circumstances where perhaps recklessness or intent can be proved, but those cases are going to be far and few between. They're going to be hard to prove. And just the bottom line is, you engage in sport, you're assuming the risk that you're going to be hurt, perhaps even seriously.